Number YuGong moves the mountains. Long, long ago, near the Yellow River in China, there stood two towering mountains, Taihong and Wangwu, stretching for thousands of miles and rising high into the sky. They blocked the only path in and out of the village below. At the foot of the mountains lived an old man named YuGong, nearly 90 years old. His family had lived there for generations. They were used to being surrounded by mountains, but they had also suffered for years because the blocked route made life so difficult. Whenever villagers went to the market, visited relatives, carried grain, or bought daily necessities, they had to take long, exhausting detours around the mountains. What should have been a short, smooth walk became many times longer. The roads were rough and hard to travel. In sunny weather, people were covered in dust. In the rain, the path turned muddy and slippery. It was especially difficult for older people and children, and daily work and life were heavily affected. For generations, the whole village felt trapped and frustrated by the two mountains. YuGong saw this and felt deeply troubled. Rather than complain, he kept thinking about how to solve the problem for good, so his children and grandchildren would no longer be blocked by the mountains. One quiet morning, YuGong gathered his family in the yard and spoke slowly and seriously. These two mountains have blocked our way for generations. We suffer whenever we need to go out. Instead of walking around them all our lives, let's work together to dig them away little by little. We'll build a flat road running straight north and south, so those who come after us won't have to suffer like this again. As soon as he finished, his sons and grandsons nodded in agreement. They were ready to follow him and change their family's life. Only YuGong's wife spoke gently, her voice full of worry. "You're so old now, and you're not as strong as you used to be. Even a small hill would be hard to move, let alone two huge mountains that stretch for miles. And where will we put all the dirt and stones?" The question didn't stop them. They quickly made a plan. Carry the dirt and stones far away to the seaside and pile them in a wide open area so they wouldn't disturb anyone or damage the land. With the plan set, early the next morning, YuGong led his family to the foot of the mountains. They carried hoes and baskets and began their work. They chipped at rock, shoveled soil, and carried load after load, step by step. There were no grand promises, only steady effort. A neighbor's little boy, only 7 or 8, didn't understand big ideas. But when he saw everyone working together, he ran over to help. He carried dirt and stones back and forth with them, never complaining of tiredness. From spring blossoms to winter snow, year after year, rain or shine, YuGong's family never stopped. They worked from sunrise until sunset. Day after day, their persistence slowly drew the attention of the people around them. In the village, there was an old man named Jiso, who considered himself clever. Seeing YuGong and his family digging every day, he thought it was ridiculous. Leaning on his cane, he went to the mountains and mocked YuGong. "You're far too foolish. With your old bones, you can't even move a blade of grass or a handful of soil. How could you possibly dig away these two enormous mountains? This is pointless. You'll never succeed." YuGong didn't get angry, calm but firm. He replied, "You only see what's right in front of you, not the strength of time. I will grow old and my life will end, but I have sons. My sons will have grandsons, and my grandsons will have children. Our family will continue, so I'm not fighting alone. But these mountains won't grow taller or wider. If we dig a little each day, the mountains will shrink. If we never stop, one day we will dig them flat." His words were simple but powerful. Jisoo had nothing to say. Ashamed, he turned and left. YuGong ignored the doubt and laughter of others and kept working with his family, holding firmly to their goal. Later, many villagers were moved by his determination to work for future generations and to never give up. More and more people joined. What began as one family's effort gradually became a shared commitment. They didn't wait for magic or luck. They relied on daily work and on passing the task from one generation to the next, moving slowly but surely toward their dream. This story has been told for thousands of years. It does not encourage blind, meaningless struggle. Instead, it praises the courage to face hardship, the strength to persevere, and the desire to create a better life for those who come after us. It reminds us that no matter how great the challenge, it cannot defeat those who refuse to give up. And no matter how distant the goal, steady effort can carry us there. That is why YuGong Moves the Mountains can touch people around the world. It is not only an ancient Chinese story, it also conveys qualities recognized everywhere: responsibility, perseverance, commitment, and hope. Without difficult cultural barriers, it allows the world to see the firm and unyielding spirit behind a gentle exterior.